Path is like, when you got bad kids there, they get a little bit more attention. You know, whether it's just to keep them straight or because my mom felt like they weren't loved, you know, by their parents, so she wants to try to love them more or whatever. And there was times that, you know, you got jealous of that. This is the church that my father was a pastor of for like 30-some-odd years, and I grew up in this church. I started going here since I was about 3 years old, and went all the way up until I was 30-something odd. I got married here, did a lot of funerals here. Mom usually played the piano, and Dad would preach. He was a good pastor, you know, and everybody will say that. And he did so much when he wasn't here, you know, and you know, for people, and I never really thought about that before. But you know, like I like to hook people up, and that's what I do. Like at a rave, and I'll hook up anybody with anything I can, whatever it is that they want or need or whatever. I try to provide that in one way or another. Whether it's a ride here or, do you know what I'm saying? Whether it's drugs, whether it's something to drink, whether it's, I mean, I don't know. I probably get that from my dad, because my dad just bends over backwards for everybody. No, that's not good. I could just do that. That sounds cool to me. You know the song Cats in the Cradle? A really good song, and I'm really touched by it, but I don't know if I'm touched by it just because it's such a good song or because I felt like that, kind of. Anyway, every time it would play, you know, I would want to get like this. I mean, every time I heard it, every time I've heard that song, I would want to tear up. So, and he asked me about being a dad, and that's, I never wanted to be like that with my kids. I never wanted to not be there for them.
We could drive there, arrive there, be alive there. But your trucks broke down, you know we're bound, we'll never leave this town.
You know, Sam's going to have that worse because I'm not around for him more than any of the other ones, because, you know, he's the youngest one. I've been separated from him the longest. So that's kind of bad. Maybe Sherry will die and I'll get them all.
Oh, it's getting cold!
I like how Ecstasy makes me feel, and so I want to share that. Given my model of the world, you would do the same thing I'm doing, because what I'm doing I think is right. So, you know, I think it was right for me to let Heather and Sam roll.
And you see, I'm trying to tell. We paid our dues.
I'm not the one that's fucked up. I mean, maybe people think that. I'm not. Hell, if I went and smoked pot every day, I still wouldn't be fucked up. That's about love and relationships and that sort of thing. And that part I got down.
Oh, shit's changed. No video cameras now. No video cameras now.
See, I like Joe. Joe's friendly stuff, but to me, he's always been kind of shady. Like I said, I think his heart's in the right place, but he's a little twisted in there somewhere, so it doesn't always come out right.
A lot of the party kids, everybody's got that side to them. It's just that side showing on Joe, and that's the side we can't handle.
How'd the game last night?
My mom's worried about me, like being a junkie, and okay, I have goals, I have future plans that I'm gonna accomplish.
Nobody trusts us. We can't go anywhere.
We can't even see our dad.
You look at the kids that are saying, that are 15, 16, saying, I've been partying for 3 years, and you look at their lives and you want, I look at my little brother and sister, I don't want them like that.
That's an interesting comment for you to make. Because that's your friend, that's who you're out partying and raving with and doing stuff with. And now you're saying you don't want your little brother and sister to look like that.
No, like it's still under control, but some of the, like, they gotta have some fucked up shit. If they've been rolling since they were 13, fuck, who knows what could happen in their life. And I just didn't want, I wanted them to have no chance to start fucking it up so early.
As long as you're gonna say this, I want you to look at it then, because you're saying if that's fucked up, then you're saying that you're fucked up right now. And I know a lot of people that do this, like a lot of the sober ravers are like, oh yeah, I did it for 3 years, fucking rolled, and I'm done with that now. I don't need it anymore. That's cool, that's great, because they're at a point in their life where like they don't need it. So, you know, another year or two, you get to that point, that's fine. If Heather and Sam experiment a little bit now, then I go, it was fun for, you know, a little while, but fuck, I'm done with that. I'll go on and do other things with my life.
After the divorce, we all lost a piece of my dad, and now we're all just trying to gain that back, and through this has not helped any. And with my mom, we all say that she's mean and stuff, but we all understand why she's doing this. She's just trying to protect us kids. And so I just wish this court thing would get over with, and I would like to spend more time with my dad and maybe go live with him, and then we can get this all settled out and we can get that one piece back. He'll change. He better.
I don't know, it's cool.
That's him. That's Job, and then his battle buddy.
And this.
That's what you gotta wax.
That, I did that. I made that floor that shiny. Our whole barracks has to look like that.
How many times have you had fire guard?
The wax or the floor?
I have it every other 2 nights.
That
sucks.
Like the second night that he got there, and the kids are visiting, you know, after I had gone to bed, and Samuel had tried to bring up, you know, taking ecstasy and explain that to Job, and Craig just cut him off and just said, we're not going to talk about that. That will not be talked about.
It's like my dad and Job switched places.
Because I see my dad not doing it like we want him to. So I got to try and help. It's difficult too.
I don't think anything big is going to happen today. But whenever the big final court date for everything comes around, I'll definitely be around for that one too.
I don't want him to be against his mom. And he's not really maybe against his mom, but at least it shows that he's for me because he's coming with me. So that's kind of cool. Maybe in a way he's saying that Dad's not a bad guy or something.
That was a long time ago.
I'm trying to remember.
I can remember Joe got that hat ripped up by the dog across the street. I'm trying to remember when he got that hat.
Well, good-looking kids, though, huh? Did you see that picture?
I'd ask him a question. I'd ask him, would he rather do E or CS? I mean, I know it's not like that.
But it'd make him think.
Court today, I was just in there talking to a lady from Dad's lawyer's office, and she says it's just going to be a continuation. The whole thing's going to take like 5 minutes, same visitation rights and all that. Nothing's going to change.
Pending my criminal trial, I'm happy where things are, you know, right now, and hopefully not much will come out of that. Let's all sort out, okay? Yep. I think this one might be mine. I have one.
I'm gonna be like you, Dad. You know I'm gonna be like you. It's a cat and a trailer and a zoo. Little boy, little man. You're running home, Dad, and don't know when. We'll get there. You know we'll have a good time there.
It wasn't a good thing that his son grew up like him. You probably cry every time you hear that song now too, huh?
Yep. I guess you could say it was kind of a depression after that. Like the next day, I might have felt a little depressed.
So why do you think you use? What's the benefit to you?
I don't even want to do it anymore. I don't have any desire to do it.
Good thing.
Like, smoking weed, I still like to get high, but I'm even cutting off of that because, like a whole bunch, because it just takes away all your ambition. You just sit around, don't do anything.
How are you supporting yourself?
I'm not anymore. I drained my bank account, and this is the last money I have.
Let's go there, Craig.
Most important thing you need to know for this is keep your head perfectly still.
Go hurry, I want to see it.
You guys. I know.
We use little tiny pieces of energy. They're called isotopes. We connect them to a substance that's like sugar. We inject it into your vein. It then sort of goes throughout your bloodstream, but it loves your brain. So it goes and locks into the brain in just a couple of minutes. And the isotope acts like a flashlight or a little tracking device, and it allows us through our camera to actually track activity levels. Now he's so young that if he stops, he might not have any lasting...
That's what he was saying in the car on the way over here.
If he doesn't stop, you know, you get to a point where your brain doesn't come back.
Jeez.
Underside, right side, left side, top down. Some parts work really good. Some parts work way too hard. I know why you smoke pot. So like settles this down. Without it, there's probably lots of anxiety, like feeling stirred up inside. At least that's the picture.
What my brain says.
What's your brain? Can you see these